Welcome back to this blind commentary playthrough of Control. We need to talk to the plants, which means going to research, central research. So we're going to go there. The goal here is to find our brother, eventually. I don't trust that our brother is entirely sane, even though he looks to be the main playable character in Control Resonant, due out later this year. And that looks a little bit Inception-like, so we'll see. Okay. So, we need to go...
Talk to the plants. Small talk was never really my strong suit. At least they can't talk back. Hope your day has been productive, little plant. That really works, huh?
Birds of Paradise. Well, what else do we have? What else is around here, and what else can we talk to? HRA lab, what?
Darling's notes are correct. Even a single prism should be able to produce enough HRAs for everyone.
How can you make heads or
Oh, okay. Oh, here's another one.
I hope those nasty hiss haven't been bothering you too much.
I mean, define too much. Where are the other... No? Yes?
I wish my leaves were as pretty as yours.
Seriously? That was kind of trite. Uh-huh.
Do you have a family? I have a brother. I miss him a lot.
Two more. Oh, here's one.
They say I'm the director, but what does that mean? I have no experience in leadership roles. I have no on-the-job training.
But you have off-the-job training. Lived experience. That's a radiatio. Oh, here's another one.
Your chlorophyll really brings out the green in your leaves. That's all of them. But I kind of wish there were more. They're good listeners.
Okay. In the meantime, let's see about... talk about the plants or the mold spores or something. Oh, hey. What do we have?
Careful in there, ma'am. Area's under quarantine. I wouldn't go in there without talking to Underhill first. Even if you have, I still wouldn't go in.
Excuse me? Are you lost?
Hello.
Do you normally barge into people's private workspaces?
Yes, all the time.
Clearly doesn't know who she's talking to. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
Why? Because of those hiss things the Rangers keep going on about. Haven't you people sorted that out yet? The situation down here could spell doom for the Bureau.
You mean this mold?
Correct. Perhaps you could help me. I require samples of various mold strains, and the mold has made the environment far too dangerous for me to fetch them myself.
Really? Mold samples? I thought this could spell doom.
It could, and it will, whoever you are. The mold is spreading. We need to find the source before it spreads too far.
And these samples will do that?
No. Samples of 5 unique strains, when blended properly, will allow you to travel deeper into the pit where I've pinpointed the approximate location of the source of the mold.
Okay. So what do these samples look like?
Similar to the one on my table there. I've made a list of the samples I need. Here. You'll find them throughout the threshold.
I'll take a look. My name's Jessie, by the way.
I'm sure it is.
Well, I wonder if this is another part of the main quest or a side quest.
Have you worked at the FBC very long?
Not long enough to understand their inane methodology. They want me to solve the mold, but how is one to solve anything when the basic molecular structure of this fungus is an utter enigma?
Oh, sorry, are you asking me?
It's rhetorical. The Bureau wants to control, not comprehend. But to answer your question, I'm a seasoned threshold researcher that's been brought in on a provisional basis to resolve this matter.
That's all you had to say. What have you learned about the mold?
Firstly, the term mold is a gross oversimplification used only to ease communication. That said, the mold itself appears to be the product of complex microorganisms. They spin the mold, building structures like minuscule cities, swiftly colonizing our dimension, and the speed of these tiny engineers relative to their size, simply staggering.
So it grows fast.
If you're not going to listen, then why did you ask?
Because I like the sound of your
So
voice.
the mold is coming in from where?
We don't have a name for the threshold dimension. The origin point has been identified, but the density of the fungus makes it impossible to enter. Even if we could, I speculate that we would only find a reality entirely subsumed by the fungus. Total decomposition.
It's weird how excited she is, right? What do you know about the hiss?
How would I know anything about an entity I've only just learned of? This is exactly the Bureau's problem. My work is always interrupted by these superfluous matters.
Calm down. Just keep your HRA on and I'm sure you'll be fine.
This crude thing. I thought it was Darling's idea of a practical joke.
Not quite. Just keep your head down while I handle the hiss. I need to get going.
Try not to transport any spores outside the infected areas.
Dr. Darling's recently penned essay titled Blank contains some glaring omissions that I feel I must shine a light on. Firstly, the entire premise of the essay is that the quarry threshold is beneficial to the Bureau, while the mold is actively hostile, to use his words. We cannot determine the worth of these dimensions and their life forms using bureaucratic definitions. Secondly, the mold is much more beneficial than some rock. If the something creating the mold were reconfigured in their purpose, the structures they could build would rival the greatest skyscrapers. The mold's resistance to various strains of disease we've attempted to introduce could be derived into probably antibodies or vaccines. Yes, or immuno amplifiers? I don't know. Yes, admittedly, this application is more difficult than picking up a rock and gluing it to a wall, but I pause to wonder when the Bureau lost its eagerness for challenge. Okay. Well, hello. So, you want to know how my mold research is getting on, Casper? Here it is. Microscopic organisms, similar in appearance to blank, construct the architecture of the mold. I do not understand if these are the original disseminators of the mold or bitten by some fungal infection. The mold is the most prolific and durable organism I've ever seen. I theorize there is a mold source located somewhere on our side of the threshold, rooted here to accelerate growth in our dimension. I refer to this yet unknown source as Mold 1. The mold produces an enticing aroma to encourage human consumption of itself. It propagates in the chest cavity and quickly subsumes the entire body, seizing control of motor functions. This behavior was not observed when I first arrived, which means the mold has adapted to our presence, targeting our biological imperatives as a way to spread. It is a truly ingenious little thing. A full report will be ready soon. Keep your slacks on. Sounds like cordyceps. To a lesser degree, but... Hello, Rhea. How's it going down there? Enjoying the mold so far? Settling back into life at the old FBC? I also wanted to ask how your coffee with Emily went. She's a star on the rise, incredibly bright, extremely intuitive. But I want to hear what you thought of her. I think you two could be very good on a project together, could learn a lot from each other. Let's get together and chat about it soon. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. I'm sure you can't think of anything besides the mold right now. You always were a woman of focus. I always admired that about you. Talk soon, Casper. Well,
Back to it then.
yes. Back to it. Research, active threshold.
It smells so sweet down here. Suddenly I'm really hungry. I wonder how this mold tastes.
Please don't. Near televisions, near toilets, fresh corpses, near the pit.
Are those people?
Oof. Ow. Oh. Abilities. We're just gonna see what we can do with that. Okay. Hmm. Ah. Nope. Melee. Assets. Okay. Collectibles. Uh, Seize accelerator. Yeah, no. Energy recovery at 38%. Alright. We can do that. What's up here? No. I upgraded one of my weapons. I just don't remember how. Oh. Well, see. Now I'm already in trouble. Fall to my death. Good job. Good job. Um, astral constructs, weapon forms. None available. Okay. I mean, in theory, I need an entropic echo. Alright. Slow and steady. Let's actually get past this thing. Oh. Seriously? Okay, that didn't work. Let's try something else. Like that. That works for me. Okay, so... Grows near the pit. feel like... Hmm. Things that make you go,
Lifeguard duty down here. This place is fucking weird.
Come to
This is
visit,
nothing.
Director.
No. No, I haven't. Trying to work on your stupid request, as a matter of fact. Nope. Let's actually go to the grip. Oof. Not great. Not a good way to start. Oh. Oh, cripe. These things hit a little bit hard. Need to find a better way to approach this. Yeah. I don't actually want to mess with that. I just want to go downstairs. Find a control point down here so I can work through this mold thing. take it. Let's go with Pierce. Oh, come on. So, oh, hey, I saw that. Gimme. Okay.
Car data down here. This place is fucking weird. This is nothing. Clocks? Now that's weird. What's weird about a bunch of clocks? Shut up! I think that's the new direction.
Okay. That was admittedly not great. That was even less great. Decidedly not good. What the heck, man? What the heck? We'll come back to that later. Means I have to figure out where I'm going, but you know. So, go to Central Executive to collect your reward. Collect reward. common material. Okay, so ashtray maze is a nope. Huh. I feel like I'm missing something obvious here. Containment, panopticon. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's go to Central Executive, find the elevator. Sector elevator. Let's go looking here. Containment. See, was that so hard? That means this is definitely going to that.
Containment sector. Panopticon. Altered items. Maximum security prison. Dangerous.
Oh, that doesn't sound terrible. Not at all. Oh, that wasn't great. What's in the shelter? More materials. Dodge efficiency. Meh. Logistics and security. Ah, geez. Panopticon. Well, where are you at? This is much easier than the mold things. Okay. Nope, still nothing there. Ooh, wait. Here? Nope, I need an entropic echo. Grumble. Alright, fine. Houston? We have a problem? Now I'm just looking for things. Could you now?
Someone needs help over there. Sounds like there's a man down.
Ooh. But there's an entropic echo. Which means I can do the thing I was just trying to do. So give me a second. Oh, so many things to look at and find. Yeah, that part. Weapon forms. Oh. Well, aren't you spiffy? I don't have nearly enough stuff. Remote thoughts, entropic echoes. Okay. But now we're to mods that are on a level with stuff I'm finding. So that's probably better when I start to get a lot more of those kinds of resources. All right, there was a person. Let's see about finding the person. Mannequin supplement. Item was last owned by Madame Tussaud, not Tussaud. Somebody, an operatic performer from Berlin. After her career ended in a public scandal, she relocated to someplace in Maine for reasons unknown. With her came the trappings of her old life, including this item. Locals report that she rarely left her home in the short years she spent in Bangor, after her death caused by something or other. The state held a public auction of her belongings, seeing as she had no known relatives. Various conflicting first-hand reports exist, but testimonies provided by witnesses of the event do contain some common elements. Most every witness saw numerous mannequins break through the house's windows, tumbling outside. Some witnesses report bright lights, some report high-pitched singing. These are unverified. Numerous civilians inside the house at the time of the incident were hospitalized for various injuries. 2 were crushed. Agents dispatched upon seeing an article regarding these events during the Bureau's daily scans of national periodicals. Quickly identified and brought to the Bureau. Heh. No, this isn't where the person is. Another entropic echo. A remote thought. Well, now we're just starting to get all kinds of interesting items for making our stuff. Mine. Gimme. All mine. Now what you gonna do? Now what you gonna do? Okay. Wall of Honor. Medical wing. More remote thoughts. Yeah, that's what I thought. Mold autopsy. The deceased was a year old with no significant past medical history. The subject was brought in after being discovered in the active threshold in an early state of decay that is characteristically fungal based in its appearance. During autopsy, the cadaver's pleural cavities were revealed to be entirely filled by the fungus known as the mold, to an extent that medical staff were forced to put on decontamination suits. The procedure was also hindered by anomalies such as the deceased's high body temperature and undulating torso muscles, presumably, but not provably, caused by trapped gases. Routine samples, as well as tissue samples requested by Dr. Underhill, were successfully extracted. However, the rapid retrogression outside of the host body needs to be noted. Okay.
The containment sector, the Panopticon, is home to the altered items we find and contain. It is a maximum security prison. It's a vault for the most valuable treasures on Earth. It's a powder keg big enough to blow this world to dust. A temple, a place of worship filled with idols of angry gods. It's all of these, and none of them. It's something more profound, unbelievable, unknowable. Something worse. Altered items. We've found many. They appear mundane, but nothing could be further from the truth. They are all powerful, dangerous. They press heavy on our minds because that's their nature. They've been altered because we can't stop thinking about them. We put them on altars because they're used to being worshipped. This keeps them calm. We contain them, but they don't want to be controlled. We study them to discover what makes them tick. If this place were ever reached, it would be chaos of biblical proportions.
Is that so? Okay, well, now we've got to find a place for all of this to save. Oh, good lord. You do that. Oh. Bother. Okay, well, I'll have to get back down there. But we will call it there, and we will see about going through the medical wing next time and figuring out what is going on in the Panopticon. Until then, see you next time.